There's a reason why people either feel drawn to you or uneasy in your presence. Some admire you instantly, while others seem to dislike you for no apparent reason. It's not random. It's not luck. You are a walking karma, placed into people's lives for a purpose. Whether you realize it or not, your energy is a divine test revealing the truth about those around you. Some people will recognize you as a blessing, feeling comforted, guided, or inspired by your presence. They see you as a source of wisdom, light, and positivity. Others, however, will feel exposed, uncomfortable, or even triggered. These individuals aren't reacting to you personally. They are reacting to what your presence brings out in them. It forces them to face parts of themselves they aren't ready to deal with. And here's the twist. You don't even have to do anything. Just being you is enough to stir something deep within people's souls. You make them see themselves clearly, whether they want to or not. That's why some people treat you with kindness and respect, while others turn cold, distant, or even hostile. They are reacting to their own reflection in you. This is not by accident. The universe, God, or whatever higher force you believe in, has assigned you a role in the lives of those you encounter. You are here to awaken, challenge, and test the hearts of those around you. Some will rise to the challenge, growing and evolving because of you. Others will fail, revealing their own weaknesses, insecurities, and hidden intentions. But either way, no one meets you by chance. From the outside, you may not seem much different from anyone else. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You don't need to demand attention or prove your worth. And yet, when you enter a space, people take notice, even if they don't understand why. Your energy is different. It carries weight. There's something about you that naturally stands out, something that makes people pause. It's not because of what you say or do, but because of what you are. You vibrate on a different level, and those around you can feel it, even if they can't explain it. Some people are drawn to this energy. They feel safe, seen, and understood in your presence. They find comfort in the way you carry yourself, in the calmness or strength you radiate. But others feel unsettled. They sense there is more to you than meets the eye. They might not know why, but something about you makes them uneasy. And here's the truth. It's not about you. It's about them. When you walk into a room, people feel your presence. They feel your energy, your authenticity, and your depth. And for those who are not used to facing their own truths, this can be unsettling. It's like looking into a mirror and seeing all the things they try to ignore. This is why you might notice some people treating you strangely, acting defensive, or even avoiding you. They aren't reacting to anything you've said or done. They are reacting to what your presence forces them to feel. Your energy is a silent force. It speaks without words, revealing things people would rather keep hidden, and because of this you are often misunderstood. Some may think you're intimidating, even when you're simply being yourself. Others may mistake your quietness for arrogance, not realizing that you're simply observing and absorbing the energy around you. But whether they realize it or not, they are being tested by your presence. Will they embrace the truth and grow from it? Or will they resist, reject, and turn away? That's their choice, but one thing is certain. You were placed in their path for a reason. One of the most powerful things about you is that you don't need to force people to reveal their true selves. They do it on their own just by being around you. Watch how people treat you. Notice how they act when they are in your presence. Do they show kindness, patience, and understanding? Or do they become defensive, irritated, or dismissive? The way someone responds to you is a direct reflection of who they are inside. You are like a spiritual mirror. You don't just interact with people, you expose them. If someone is genuine, they will feel comfortable around you. They will appreciate your depth, your insight, and your energy. They will see you as an ally, a source of light, a person they can trust. But if someone is fake, insecure, or deceitful, your presence will make them uncomfortable. They will feel seen in a way they are not ready for. They may lash out, become distant, or even try to discredit you. Not because you have done anything wrong, but because your energy makes it impossible for them to keep up their facade. This is why you might notice that some people who were once friendly towards you suddenly change. One moment, they admire you. The next, they seem cold or indifferent. They may avoid eye contact, distance themselves, or even speak against you behind your back. This isn't a coincidence. They are failing the test. You didn't change. They did. Or rather, they were always like this, but being around you brought their true nature to the surface. The same light that attracts good-hearted people will also expose the ones with bad intentions. It's not your job to fix them. It's not your responsibility to make them see their own darkness. You are not here to change anyone. You are here to be yourself. The right people will recognize your presence as a gift. The wrong ones will run from it. Some people will regret losing you only after you are gone. They will realize too late that you were placed in their life as a blessing. But by the time they understand this, their karma will already be in motion. Because rejecting you was never just rejecting a person. It was rejecting an opportunity for growth, wisdom, and truth, and karma doesn't forget. You will find that those who wronged you will often face the same energy they put out. The universe doesn't punish, it teaches. Some lessons come gently, others come through loss. And for those who mistreated you, the lesson will be clear. They had a divine presence in their life, and they let it go. But by then, it will be too late. Because once a test is failed, the opportunity rarely comes again. You don't just cross paths with people by accident. Every connection, every relationship, every interaction you have, it all serves a greater purpose. You were sent into people's lives for a reason, whether they realize it or not. Some people are meant to meet you so they can grow. Others are meant to meet you so they can be exposed. Your presence is a test, and not everyone will pass. The way people treat you is their test. Will they recognize the blessing that you bring into their lives? Will they respect, appreciate, and grow from your presence? Or will they reject, mistreat, and take you for granted? Their response determines their karma. Some will rise. They will embrace the lessons, face their truth, and evolve. Being around you will make them want to be better, to see life differently, to become more self-aware. These are the people who pass the test, but many will fail. Instead of embracing growth, they will resist. Instead of appreciating you, they will reject you. Instead of learning, they will try to undermine you. They will betray you, mistreat you, or walk away, not realizing that they were being tested the entire time. And what happens when someone fails a divine test? Karma steps in. Some people will look back one day and regret how they treated you. They will realize too late that you were never just another person in their life. You were placed there as a spiritual assignment, a moment of choice, and their failure to treat you with respect and understanding will have consequences. But by then it won't matter. The opportunity will be gone. Because once a test is failed, the lesson comes in a much harder way. You don't have to seek revenge. You don't have to prove anything. Your energy itself is the lesson. When people treat you with kindness, they receive blessings. When they mistreat you, they face consequences. Not because you wished harm upon them, but because that is the natural balance of the universe. When someone rejects or disrespects you, they don't just lose a person, they lose the energy, wisdom, and protection that you carried. They lose an opportunity to evolve. And whether they realize it or not, that loss will shape their future. Some people will feel immediate regret after mistreating you. They might not understand why, but they will sense that something is missing. Others will have to learn through experiences, facing the same energy they once put out. The way they treated you will come back to them in ways they never expected. And here's the thing, you don't even need to witness their karma. You don't need to watch them suffer or wait for their downfall. The universe handles everything on its own. You may have already noticed this pattern in your life. Someone mistreats you, disrespects you, or tries to harm you, and then suddenly their life starts falling apart. Relationships crumble, opportunities disappear, things stop. Going their way, that's not coincidence. That's the energy they created coming full circle. You were the test, and they failed. But this is not about punishment. It's about spiritual cause and effect. Every action has consequences. Every choice creates karma. And when people wrong you, they don't just lose you. They lose the blessings that came with you. Karma is not about revenge. It's not about punishment, it's about balance. When people do good, good returns to them. When they do harm, they eventually face the energy they created. It's that simple. And you are the trigger. Your presence alone forces people to confront themselves. When they treat you right, they elevate. When they mistreat you, they set themselves on a path of hardship, because your energy is connected to divine balance. Some people don't realize this at first. They think they can act however they want, treat you however they please, and nothing will happen. They believe they can manipulate, betray, or take advantage of you without consequences. But then, things start changing. They begin to experience the same pain they put out, the same deception, the same rejection, the same struggles. They start facing it in their own lives. Their reality shifts, and suddenly they are on the receiving end of the energy they once gave you. And that's when it clicks. They look back and realize you were never just another person. You were a test, a lesson, a divine mirror reflecting their own truth. By the time they understand this, it's often too late. They cannot undo what they have done. They cannot go back and change the way they treated you. The damage has been done and karma is already unfolding. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to hold grudges. You don't have to seek justice. The universe already has a system in place. You were never the one who needed to learn the lesson. They were. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain yourself. Your silence is louder than anything you could ever say. When someone mistreats you, the best response isn't to fight back, it's to walk away. The moment you stop engaging, the moment you remove yourself, the moment you go silent, their karma begins. People expect reactions. They expect drama, arguments, explanations. But when you refuse to give them that, it leaves them with only one thing: themselves. They are left alone with their own guilt, their own choices, and their own consequences. Your silence forces them to reflect. It makes them question. It forces them to sit with the truth of their actions. And for many people, that's more punishment than any words you could have spoken. Some will realize their mistakes too late. They will remember your silence. They will replay the moments when they lost you, and they will wish they could undo their actions. But by then, they will have to live with the knowledge that they had a good person in their life, and let them go. Silence is not weakness, it is power. Not everyone can handle your presence, and that's a good thing. Your energy naturally filters people. Those who are honest, genuine, and have good intentions. They are drawn to you. They feel comfortable, safe, and at peace in your presence. They recognize your energy as something special. But those who are fake, those who carry hidden agendas, insecurities, and bad intentions, they feel exposed around you. Your energy makes them uneasy. They sense that they can't manipulate or deceive you. They know deep down that you can see through them. And so they do what fake people always do when faced with truth. They run, they make excuses, they avoid you, they suddenly turn cold or distant, and sometimes they even try to discredit you because they fear what you represent. At first, this may seem like rejection. It may feel like loss, but in reality, it is protection. The people who leave your life were never meant to stay. The universe removes them because they were not aligned with you. And when they go, they make space for those who are. The ones who see you for who you truly are. The ones who respect, appreciate, and uplift you. The ones who belong. You've probably asked yourself, why do certain people leave my life? Why do relationships end? Why do I keep losing people? It's not a coincidence. It's divine protection. Some people cannot go where you're going. If they stayed in your life, they would block your blessings, hold you back, or drain your energy. And so, the universe steps in. Rejection is often redirection. That friend who suddenly became distant. That relationship that unexpectedly ended. That opportunity that didn't work out. It was all for a reason. You may not see it now, but in time, you will understand that every loss was actually a blessing. People who are meant to be in your life will stay. They will grow with you, support you, and align with your energy. But those who are not meant, for you will naturally fade away, because they are not part of your higher purpose. Nothing is lost, everything is aligned. You are not just another person. You are not just here to exist. You are here to shift energy, awaken souls, and reveal truth. Some people will see this as a gift. They will appreciate you, learn from you, and grow because of you. Others will reject it, resist it, and mistreat you, only to regret it later. But one thing is certain, no one can cross paths with you and remain the same. You are a divine test, a spiritual mirror, and a force of balance in this world. Whether people see you as a blessing or a lesson is up to them, but either way, you were never just here by chance. Your journey is bigger than you think. The struggles, the misunderstandings, the betrayals, they were all part of your path. They were never meant to break you. They were meant to refine you. Not everyone will recognize your value, and that's okay. You were never meant for everyone. You were meant for those who are ready, for those who are willing to see beyond the surface. Keep walking in your truth. Keep moving in silence. Keep trusting that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy will always find their way to you. And for those who failed their test, their karma is already in motion. If this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and continue walking in your divine purpose. Your journey is unfolding exactly as it should.